me? Do you see him know that that's on me right there? Do you see him know that's on me? Do you see him know that's on me? Do you see him know that that's on me right there? On me. When you see him, yeah, you see on me. When you walk by, that walks on me, that talks on me, that on me, on me, on me, on me. When you see him, yeah, you see on me. When you walk by, that walks on me, that talks on me, that's on me. See him know it's on me. Do you see him know it's on me? Do you see him know that that's on me right there? Do you see him know it's on me? Do you see him know it's on me? Do you see him know that that's on me right there?
99.9 WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
It's a Thursday morning. And Roleza and Dianna reach. Dianna feeling really tired. Oh, but that's okay. She still has her speech. Roleza, morning to the listeners of WEFM. You already know what it is, and it's after 7, and you're here. Rise and shine. It's Activated Mornings on WEFM. You already know that is exactly what it is. So if you're feeling sleepy, if you're feeling tired, the two angels are here to just spread some love and some energy so you could get up and stretch and take on your day. Whew, that was for me as well. But how are you doing, folks? How are you doing this morning? I'm looking outside and the weather it's fair. It's not raining too much. So our dear sister and friend isn't getting her rain today, but she got some yesterday.
I got it yesterday. I did the one thing that I said that I was going to do, but I didn't have enough of it. So I'm going to have to buy more of what it is I need and wait for it to rain heavily again, right? So yeah, I still didn't telling anybody what it is I was doing.
It's all right. It's all right. That's completely fine. All right. Well, we are here. You know, if at any point you would like to speak with us, remember it's all our program. You understand? So you can call to be a part of the program. You don't just have to hear our voices alone. So how do you get to be a part of the program? Call us 457-9997. And you can get us anyway. WhatsApp, direct, anyhow you can get us, right? So what going on this morning?
Yeah. So so my phone battery, I didn't get it to charge fully last night, and I'm here looking at it just slowly charging. Sometimes emotions tie to your phone battery as well, because if it's low and you know that you need to have your phone on, your mood also gets low, right? So I am here just constantly looking over to make sure that it's going up, because I have the what I call it, the portable charger, but I just here like, oh gosh, just don't run down in the next 4 hours, Oh Lord, it's one of those mornings. It's one of those mornings, but. As Dianna said, we are here with you guys, all right? It is Thursday. It is the day before Friday, which means the day before the weekend. So we are always looking forward to that, all right? Always looking forward to that. Well, most of us are, all right? I know sometimes that there are some individuals whose comfort and happiness, etc., revolves around their coworkers, even some school children, because of the fact that, being amongst friends and family, amongst friends or coworkers, they help to lift your spirit, because not everybody goes home to a happy home. And I think the reality sometimes as well is that we look forward to, let's say some of us look forward to the weekend. There are many others who don't, So I mean, if you find yourself in that category, and especially if you know of a coworker or a child, a fellow student who whose happiness kind of comes from being around you or being around others. Just try to make their life a little easier. And that's why it's always good for us to be just kind, just try to be kind. You don't have to be friends with everybody, but you can at least be kind, because we really and truly never know what people are going through. And we never know the home environments that some persons are going back home to. So when you can be that light for somebody else, be that light.
Correct. Morning Anne, morning Faye on the live. Just to let you know, the National Performing Arts Festival begins this weekend and it runs until the end of the month and it ends with a bang. All right. So this weekend at the Peace Memorial Hall, we will be having groundings with our elders, and that is just $30.
What's that? What is it? A play?
No, I think it's you know what? I actually have no idea. But I think what some idea I had before was a discussion or a talk with, you know what? I don't know.
All right, so she will find out first,
yeah,
and she will get back to us.
I am so ashamed. Please, if anybody that belongs,
Sean, maybe Sean is listening.
God, Sean,
yeah,
please forgive me. But if Sean is listening, he could definitely call and let us know. But we have groundings with our elders this weekend at the Peace Memorial Hall, the 10th of November. I think that's Sunday. Wait.
Calendar over there.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so
you're
let me take a
rain. All right,
let me take a rain check.
Okay?
But what I know for certain, let me tell you for sure what you need to prepare for the end of this month, the 30th of November, Dance Bongo, $50 tickets are already on sale. Check us out. I have tickets. Any member of the cast has tickets. Check out the Department of Culture as well. Dance Bongo is on, and you cannot afford to miss Dance Bongo. Trust me, you need to see it.
And I would highly suggest that everybody go because you need to see Sarah's performance, right? And I ain't saying who Sarah is. You had to go and see who Sarah is. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Indeed. Right then, and headed into our topic this morning. We started off lovely. We're gonna head down a not so lovely road, but you know how the thing does go, right? So in the news, there's a young man that's been charged for stealing from his 89-year-old neighbor, and he stole $9,000. So this young man is 20 years old. He is from a 20-year-old young man from Chauncey was remanded in custody and awaiting sentencing for stealing $9,000 in cash from his 89-year-old neighbor's bank account. Right? The young man used his neighbor's ATM card to drain the money from his account between the 11th of June and the 15th of June. But you know what? Let me leave the but for after. Let's go into something else. So on June 11th, he stole, and this is with the ATM card, right? So on June 11th, he stole $400 in cash. Again on June 11th, $600 in cash. June 12th, he took he stole something valued at $15. On
the
June,
ATM card is
the ATM, okay. Then June 12th, he stole $1,000. June 12th again. He took the card again. June 12th again, $1,000. June 13th, $2,000. 14th, $2,000, and 15th, $2,000. So he stole all of that from the man's account, which comes up to $9,000 out of the $10,000 that the man had saved in his account. However, the elderly gentleman asked the court not to send him to jail because it would embarrass the community, he said. He asked that the young man be ordered to repay the money, but don't lock him up, don't send him jail because the community will look bad. And he don't want the community to look bad. I think I have a little bit, one piece more detail for you. I'm trying to find it. Oh, yes. I think, oh gosh. Bear with me, please. So this is what the young man said to the court. Honestly, I'm young. I now come out of school and it's the first time I see them kind of money. You can imagine that? That's what he said to the court. He said he graduated from the secondary school with his six subjects, and he didn't go to college because of his parents' financial situation, but he worked at such and such for a year. And it's the article I'm reading from noted that he was wearing a shoe that cost $550. So the senior magistrate said, you had to buy that particular brand. And he said no. Apparently, he took some of the money to do those things. But what is interesting and what stands out to me from this case is the fact that the elderly gentleman asked the court not to lock him up, even after he drained his entire savings.
And he actually knew him from since he was a child as well. So that is
yes.
also one of
yes.
one of the reasons why he asked for some leniency. All right. So what it is that stood out for me the most. So again, silly people do silly things. And I'm saying it in the context of I realized that he did not note that every time he made a withdrawal, that it would be noted, right? And it's going to be noted with photographic evidence. All right. Again, you know, I suppose maybe thinking that if you go to different ATMs, that they're not going to be able to trace it. As I said on Monday, when people do silly things, you know, I like to see the fact that they are able to be found out, right? Because this wasn't any kind of sophisticated type of robbery, right? However, with that being said as well, I note his age, and as I always say that I'm not quick to write off people, right? One of the things that I noted from the comment section is that many persons were, one, surprised that he did this, and number two, there was a few teachers who commented on the fact that he was quite an intelligent young man, and they're surprised that he did something like this, right? As young people are, well, younger folks, they are going to go through different stages in life. Now, this is not to excuse what it is that he did, because this was just straight up greed, right? This wasn't, he did not ask his neighbor for financial assistance. He stole the ATM card. And if I remember correctly, he stole the ATM card on the day that the elderly gentleman's wife passed away. All right. So it's one thing for him to be going through that grieving process, to now have to deal with realizing that your bank card, your bank account has been drained. One of the things that really did stand out for me, and Dianna pointed it out, is the thought process of the elderly gentleman. And he said that he did not. So he said, we live in as nice neighbors, and if he goes to prison, it will bring disgrace to the community. Why this stood out for me is the difference in the thinking of the generations. There is no possible way that me at my age right now would say that if I have to take a neighbor, or I'm asking for charges to be brought against a neighbor, that I am going to be thinking of it bringing disgrace to the community. Like, I don't care. True. Right? True. I do not care. But it shows a difference in thinking of our generations, where they hold on to things, and it shows what used to happen in the past, where if one person did something wrong, they looked at it as being disgraceful to the community, and they did not want for the community's name to be brought down. And that was what really stood out for me. Apart from everything else, it was what stood out for me in terms of how the generations think differently. I know that there are some persons, whenever, let's say, a family member commits an act, especially if it's from a prominent family, persons would say things like, they're bringing down the name of my family, or bringing down the name of our family.
Yeah.
Most of us as younger persons, we're not thinking like that. You know, we're thinking, well, if you did it, you did it. And then as the individual, you face the consequences. But, you know, it's that whole collective thought that maybe in a sense we no longer see within our communities, where the act of one individual can tarnish the reputation of the community. And maybe it highlights for us how far we've strayed from that sense of community. So with regards to the young man, yes, the situation is unfortunate. You do know right from wrong. You are not 11. Yeah. But however, as with everything else, you can still find a way to redeem yourself. And this does not necessarily have to be held against you for the rest of your life. Maybe sometimes for some of them, they need to learn the lessons early in life so that they don't repeat them, number one. And number two, they don't go on to make bigger and worse life decisions. All right. So really and truly, I would not have liked to be reading this.
I know.
You know, but you know, things like this would happen. And You can't make your eye too long. All right?
That's it.
Can't make your eye too long.
That's it. A lot of parents teach their children, I'm not saying, please don't think I'm knocking his parents. I'm just trying to make a point here. A lot of parents teach their children, satisfy with what you have. I've heard children in school, and I was so pleased to hear them say, my mommy tell me I must learn to satisfy with what I have and take little and live and things like that. So parents do teach their children these things. And that's what we need to do. Just learn to satisfy with what we have. Because when you they have a saying, make your finger longer than your nail or something like that. You're going to get yourself in things like this, and
don't make your eye longer than your hand. I think is
me and the boys one.
Yeah, I think it's don't make your eye longer than your hand. I think
something longer than something in that thing. But honestly, it's just a matter of you see something, we know you're in need, but we just have to learn to have some self-control.
But you see the definition of in need. What is the definition of in need?
Well, actually, you know what? I don't know about this gentleman situation, so let me not say in need, all right? Let me not say that. But you want something, and it's sometimes the things that we want are not wants are things that we can live without.
One of the things that we also have to look at is this saying. There's a view these days of younger persons not wanting to work. They want to be able to acquire things instantly without having to sacrifice and to work hard for it, right? Now, again, I don't know what it is in this person's particular situation. I don't know what all it is that he took the money to do, right? But this whole sense of instant gratification and not wanting to work, not wanting to accumulate funds and to save up to earn the things that you want. Many of the young persons are also in competition with each other in terms of materialistically.
Yep.
So it's to say who it is has this or who could flam the most, who could go to the most events, who could, show up on each other. And it's unfortunate. And where have we gone wrong? Many persons are looking to blame social media because, everything is for the grammar. Everybody wants to do a posting to show that they've been here.
Likes and views and
the comments, but it's for us, it's for young people to realize that, especially in the case of this young man, look at what it has gotten you. Look at where it has gotten you, right? So it's unfortunate, but as I said, he might be able to redeem himself. And that's what we're hoping for.
Yes. Just learn from this. You see that the gentleman asked them to have mercy on you, even though the judge said that he had to do some time so that he could learn his lesson. But, learn from this and we hope for greater things in the future. Just to give you an update, yesterday...
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. Sorry.
Yesterday, we were talking about the floods in Grenada, and we mentioned a video of a vehicle that was moving where someone was saying that somebody was in the vehicle. And we have an update, so...
All right, I have it here.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the authorities in Grenada have confirmed the discovery of a woman's body inside a vehicle that was swept away by floodwaters caused by the excessive rainfall. So there was indeed somebody that died. Well, they're going to do some more research to decide if she did die as a result of the floods, but there was somebody that indeed died during the flood in Grenada. So Grenada, we extend our sympathies to you, to from the head right down. All right, at this time, we are going to head out of our talk segment and we will be bringing to you our traffic talk in just a couple of seconds.
People's Pharmacy for